a retired naval officer, Rear Admiral Segun Adebari, on ACNNTV's now streaming morning show, has shared tips Nigerians should use to ensure maximum security for themselves and loved ones, especially during this festive period. He further noted that security is the business of all and not just the security agencies.
With regards to personal safety, you must be vigilant, of course, at all times. Security itself is the business of all. And because there is no one jacket fits all for security measures, you must be on top of your game. Therefore, you must be aware of your surroundings, especially in crowded places. You want to look to your left or to your right to be sure that what you have beside you are not what can harm you or be dangerous to you. When you are in bus stations or even markets and malls, you must ensure that you know your environment. And once you know your environment, you can tell what can come from around of you. If you have already, known, for example, an intruder, and you have contacts with the police, which is very important. No matter how small your community is, there must be some lines of liaison between the community and security agencies around them, so that in the case of any eventuality, with the click of your finger, you can get response.
He further went to teach parents how to locate their children with simple, affordable technologies in a situation they get lost in the crowd.
Response. When you scan your environment, you also know that what are the threats that can come to your children or your child, as it were. So I would advise that children would, in taking them out, you wear for them bright colors so that you can identify them from afar. Nowadays, everybody wears a wristband. If you put a wristband on, there's no harm in wearing a wristband for your child. There is also, if you want to get very techy, you could have apps around your child. They, what's it called them now? These electronic watches are very cheap nowadays. So you can find My Child app on top on those watches, and it helps you to locate them at any one time. So those are some of the measures you can take. Once they have, you wear for them bright clothing. You have a wristband on them, and you keep an eye on them. Particularly when you get into when you go for events, you would also tell them, just in case you identify a particular spot where at any one time, once they have found themselves that they are alone, they should return to a particular point where all of you can meet together, and you can call it rendezvous point. So once you have a rendezvous point, you're sure that the child can also trace that rendezvous point. Then in the case that you look to your left or your right and you can't find, just go towards the rendezvous point.